Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Football Manager 2019, the rebuild at the Riazor here on the YouTube. So, since we last met a couple of days ago, we have gone forward a little bit. You can see the league still isn't looking anything quite like what we want, but we are only 4 points away from those European places, so it's not quite as much of a lost cause as we may have thought. Our recent form has been good, if not spectacular. So we haven't actually lost in the league since November, was our last league defeat. We only lost once since. There's been too many draws in there. We'll draw with Malaga here, Zaragoza, Levante, and Eibar. All draws in the league. So you are kind of throwing away a few points here and there. But that Barcelona game that you saw the last one, that 4-3 defeat, was the last time we lost a game. So we moved on. We qualified for the Europa League here against Palermo. We went and beat Zenit 5-0 in the last game. It was kind of crazy. But yeah, since then, it's been pretty good. We're progressing in the cup. We are into the quarterfinals right now. We have a 1-0 lead against Eibar. We'll play them for the third time in 4 games, and our second one today after playing Athletic in La Liga, which will be a tough one. But get a win here, and we keep pace with those higher up in the table. We have Leipzig in the next round of the Europa League. That comes up next month. So without further ado, we are going to go ahead and move on to league action for the day. So it's getting to that point in the season where negative results aren't really going to cut it anymore. We need to be winning games. So we're going to have to figure out a way to make that happen. I'm going to bring Martins out of the team, put Grandsir back in for this one. Calvo's making the start up front. Roland is not playing well. Calvo scored in that cup win against Eibar. He's starting to put goals in the back of the net, so he's going to keep his place. Roland hasn't scored in about 5 or 6 now. So he's going to sit on the bench for a little while. I'm going to keep Marine in there. Gronley, I think, is going to play. I might bring him off fairly early and put Kike in there. I do want him to be available for the cup game, but this for me is more important. He needs to start. Fosu Mets is a little tired. I think I might give Baveda some action in this one as well. Did not mean to do that. But yeah, Baveda's going to start. Markovic, Ribera, Fine, Cutrella, Geis, Allen. I don't think quite have Serrano. He's close, but not yet. So he is still going to have to sit down there unavailable. So go with this team. We'll jump right into it and hope we can get a positive result to start off the episode today, because we haven't had a positive episode for some time. There's been a lot of episodes where we've lost both games. We've only picked up a point. You haven't seen this team play well for a while. I'm hoping today is the day that is going to change, because we have been playing some good football lately, as you can see. Even the games we haven't won, we should have been winning, which is the more frustrating part. There's not really been a game that we should have been dropping points in up until this kind of, I don't want to say point again, but there's not really another word I can use, so I'm just going to say up until this point, because my English is so varied. Anyway, we're kicking off against Bilbao at home. Let's get 3 on the board today. Bilbao are a team we played very well against last season. We beat them twice. The second time we played them, they didn't have a single shot the entire game. They've had one already in this one, but we have a decent record against them. That one I thought was going to pull that for a penalty. I was a little worried, but thankfully it rolled straight through to Artola in the goal. He's been up and down lately. I think he's kind of got better again, but he did struggle for a little bit. I think it's also just the fact that goalkeepers on this game perennially struggle. As Antonio Marin burst down the left-hand side, he puts one into the middle. Calvo's there, and Calvo continues his run of form. That is why he is in the team over Diego Roland. The 18-year-old now, I think, might still be 17, whatever he is coming of age. He's got his second ever La Liga goal. All 6 of these goals are his first 6 goals for the club. And he is starting to prove himself as a very, very much viable option up front. We take a 1-0 lead, only 1 shot apiece 33 minutes into this game. It's not been a thriller, but if it stays like this, I will absolutely take it going forward. But we have had difficulties in this run holding on to leads, as that free kick goes just over the bar. That's been our biggest issue. We've been in the lead. We've also scored a couple of very late goals to salvage points. That league game against Eibar, we scored in like the 88th minute. There was another game where a very similar result happened. So we were kind of relying on our last minute play, just keep pushing, going very attacking for the last 10 minutes and hoping for the best. So I'm hoping it doesn't come to that today and we have something a little more comfortable. As Marine beats his man, cuts through inside, he goes down the left, cross it in again, and Grandsir is there, and it's a lovely finish. I kind of had a go at Samuel Grandsir for his finishing earlier on this season. He has scored 8 goals now. I'm feeling a little more comfortable when he's on the ball. I thought that one was going wide, but the goalkeeper is beaten at his near post, and we take a 2-0 lead right before half time. It's a great time to get that goal and really make Bilbao think again going into the second half. If we can keep this up, we will be doing just fine. Not going to make things complicated at the break, just told the lads, you're playing well, please keep playing well. I think that's about as easy as it gets as Bilbao swing that ball in, and there's terrible defending. Oh my god. Okay, first of all, an outstanding save from Ortola, one of the best I've probably seen on this game. And then how that rebound didn't go in, that's the physics of Football Manager right there, because he hits it at an angle off the near post, and it just rolls along the line. It shouldn't have come off the post at that angle. I'm not going to complain about it. It was cleared off the line, I think, by Robert in the end, and we survive just. And now there's an injury. Samuel Granzer, who was having a good game, is hurt. Fabio Martins is going to go on and take his place. I'm going to bring off Gronley now as well and stick Kike in the middle, make sure he is okay. Hopefully that injury to Granzer is not a big one, because he has been a good performer out there on the right-hand side lately. Fabio Martins has been struggling. That's why I pulled him out of the team today. Tried to give him a couple of chances to get his form back, but he hasn't really done it a lot as of late. As we pick up the ball at the back, Roberts is going to stand there and look angry, but not really do anything, as Cucurella has it on the left-hand side. If they score here, I'll get worried. If we get a goal here, I'd say it's probably over. But if we see that's not ideal. I think Calvo just didn't want to run there, or I don't know, something. Hopefully it isn't a counter-attack for them. We find ourselves in trouble. It should be a win. Bilbao, they're currently 6th in the league, so this has been a good performance. It was never going to be easy. As Kike picks it up, he tries to find Martins on the right. You can't find him. Geis does find him. Fabio Martins hits one, and Fabio Martins, it's pure power that gets it past the goalkeeper there. He just hammers it. I think it probably bounces off the keeper and goes in. But at that speed and that close, you're not going to stop it. 8th goal of the season for him, and we take what should be an unassailable 3-0 lead and get us a big win against our rivals for those European places. He just hammers it off the goalkeeper who can't react in time. You'd say on the balance of things, it's not a 3-0 game. We've just been a lot more clinical than they have. As time continues to tick away, I'm going to make our final change here. I'm going to stick Allen as the playmaker and give Mosquera some time in the middle. He's kind of come in and been okay on and off. He's played better than I thought he would. He's definitely declining. He's not really up for this level anymore, I don't think, but he's doing the job for us. I'm not going to complain as they hit the bar from that free kick. A slight intake of breath there, but nothing too desperate as time ticks away. 3 minutes to go. We are going to have another highlight in this game. It'd be nice to get a clean sheet. We don't get too many of them these days, so I hope if this is going anywhere, it's for us. It's definitely a highlight. It's not going to see out the game with 3 minutes on the clock, but I'm hoping they don't get a goal out of this. It'd be good for the confidence of our defence. We haven't quite had the same level of clean sheets we have the last couple of years, which has probably been part of our problem. We've been doing so well, particularly last season, because our defence was so good. Although we either kept a clean sheet or conceded 2 or 3. This year it's just been more of the conceding of 2 or 3 goals as Marine finds Fabio Martins and might go for his second. It's a lovely, lovely finish. And I already feel a little bit better about that Granzer injury if Fabio Martins can go ahead and score twice and make it 4-0. A massive result against a good team. This is exactly what we needed to kickstart our push here in January to get up the table. It only puts us in 11th, and there's still games to be played around us, but it is a good sign that we were able to put in this kind of performance as the final whistle goes. A 4-0 win. Cannot complain. Very pleased. On to the cup game. Let's keep the momentum going as we take a 1-0 lead into that second leg at home against Ibar Granzer between 12 days and 2 weeks. That's okay. Not too displeased. So something I did realise after that game is I talked about Antonio Marin, and you, the humble viewers sitting there at home, are probably thinking, who the hell is Antonio Marin? Or you might know who he is, but you might be saying, when the hell did you sign Antonio Marin? I totally forgot I hadn't actually posted a video since November on this save, so you don't know we have him. But we signed Antonio Marin from Dinamo Zagreb for, I think, about 10 million pounds? Yeah, £10.5 million. He came in to support on the wings, hopefully, balance things out a little bit more. He's got great potential. I just really liked the way he played. 18 dribbling, 18 flares, work rate's good. He's quick enough. He passes well. He's got good technique. Very pleased to have him in the side. Yeah, he's another option out on the wings now. Definitely glad we have him with the injury to Granzer there. We can still have 2 very good winners. Of course, Martins is a natural on both sides, so he can swap around nice and easily, which is outstanding. So you have Antonio Marin. There's 2 guys I'm looking at. Leopoldo, just a young striker. It looks like he has some pretty good potential. There's a lot of work that needs done. He is actually joining us in July, end of July of this year. His passing needs a bit of work in advance with that 19 determination. He's got 13 work rate. He knows how to finish, get his composure up a little bit. He's got very good on the ball. So I'm very excited about this young man. He has that 4.5 star potential. I think looking at this, he could be even better. I don't see why that's his limit. I think he can be even better than that if we train him and get him game time. So pleased to have him. And then Patrick Cutrone, we put in a loan bid to try and bring him into the end of the season. This is when Roland wasn't playing well and Calvo hadn't started to pick up his form yet. But Cutrone will be another option up front if Calvo starts to lose his form. He's still young, of course, so that's definitely possible, and Roland can't pick it up. Having this guy will be a very good thing, and I think we do also have a future fee in there of about 11 or so million pounds if we choose to use it. So if he comes in, does well, maybe we keep him for a little bit longer, but he's there as an option to help us up front. He'll be in hopefully very shortly. Alright, time for the second leg game against Eibar. Called it to Muse Grancer, of course, is injured. Fabio Martin's going to come in his place. We missed out on Cutrone, he went to Perugia instead. So, fine. All power to him. Serrano is available, he's going to take his place on the bench for this one, I believe. I'm going to bring Fosu Mensah back. No, Poveda played very well last time. I'm going to leave Poveda in that spot, actually. He had a much better game last time. He's been struggling lately, that's why Fosu Mensah's been in the team, but Poveda played a lot better. I'm going to stick with Calvo. Gronley's more fit again. I think this is the team I want to go with for this one. Leave Calvo up top. I'm not too disappointed to go forward with Calvo Roland. I just worry if one of them gets hurt, the next man up is Kike, and he's not really up to that job anymore. So I might still explore the possibility of bringing in another striker, but that's for further down the line. We'll see what happens. But this is what we're going to go with then. That one change with Martins in for the injured Grandsir. Let's see if we can find our path to the semi-finals of the Copa del Rey. We have that 1-0 advantage from leg 1. Hopefully that will be enough to see us through. I think I'm basically set on the idea that I'm going to let Roland go in the summer. This is probably going to be his last season. I'm happy with Calvo. Sione's playing very well out on loan as well. I'm bringing in the other young guy. So if Calvo can keep his form up, I'll be definitely letting Roland go. I might still do it and then bring in somebody else with a bit more experience and that I know can score goals, because I can still get money for Roland at 28 years old and he's probably not quite performing as high level as I'd like. But that's for the future. We have right now as Eibar take the lead. It's 1-1. 21.5 minutes in, Mayoral gets a goal for the away side. Could you say Artola could have done better? Maybe, but that's the way it is. We are 1-0 down. This tie is back to normal. Hopefully, I think there might be away goals in this competition, so if they score again, we're in a heap of trouble. We do need to get our skates on and try and get a goal or two to see this one through, as Gronley has a free kick. He scored some belters lately, by the way. That one goes over the bar, of course. He wouldn't do it now, but he has scored some outstanding free kicks lately, showing why he has a 20 in that category. Here he is now. He hits this one, and that's more like it. There's Sigurd Gronley from about 30 yards, 35 yards away. He hammers that one in. Maybe the keeper could have done better there as well. Who knows? But I'm not going to complain about it. This is what Gronley's done for a lot of the year. Yeah, goalkeeper should have done better there. Not going to complain. We are back in front on aggregate as 1-1. Again, hopefully enough to see us through. Barcelona and Real Madrid are all tied up, by the way, in one of the other quarterfinals, so one of them is going out. Athletic have taken the lead against Levante, though, which is a little disappointing. It would have been nice to see them drop out of the competition as well, so that we had a little bit of an easier path to a potential final. But we need to get past this one first. Let's not look too far ahead and then have egg all over our face in about half an hour's time. Right, an hour gone, going to make a couple of changes here. Calvo's not having the best game of his life, so Diego Roland is going to come back in. I think I'm going to leave Gronley out there for a little bit more. Martins isn't playing well, so I'm going to stick Cartabia in on the right-hand side. He's actually played quite well this year, believe it or not, when he's come to the side. Again, he's another one that I thought would be past it by now, along with Mosquera, but he's actually playing quite well, so I'm not too upset, but I need to put him out there off the bench just for a change of approach when some of the other guys aren't playing as well. We have about 10 minutes left on the clock. I'm going to go ahead and make our final change. I'm going to bring up Poveda, and he's on a yellow card. Keeper defense intact. Get Fosu Mensah out there, a little bit more energy on the right hand side as well. And hopefully we can see this through. They haven't really changed formation much. He's only a one up top. I think they might have gone for a little bit more. But they're not. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't do this. No, 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 no. Okay, you're supposed to match. So where's he going? He punts one long to absolutely no one. Oh, God. Oh, God. Don't do this now. Don't do this. Don't be a dick. Gronley picks up. Wonderful challenge by Geisler. Here's Allen. He finds Cartavia on the right-hand side. Cuts in a little bit. He's going to keep the run going. He's going to play in Antonio Marin. And Antonio Marin seals the win. His first goal for the club. Assist by Cartavia. Lovely bit of play. 2-1. Semi-finals. Here we come. Never concerned. Though those no-no-nos, that was just for show. I wasn't worried at all. As the clock ticks past the 94-minute mark. And that should be pretty much full time now. I don't see them doing anything, completing this chance here. It's going to get crossed in, headed clear, and just blow your whistle, referee. The game's over. Put them out of their misery for their sake. I feel bad now. It's crossed in again, headed clear by Cucurella and Gronley, and there's the whistle you've been waiting for. 2-1 on the night, 3-1 on aggregate. We advance to the semi-finals of the Copa del Rey. Things are definitely, for now, looking on the up for us as a team, getting wins left and right. We have 3 competitions still to play for. I mean, they're not going to win the league, of course, but we can still move ourselves up the table. You might have spotted there a rather tough tie coming up next against Valencia away from home, but it's Atletico Madrid, ourselves, Barcelona, and Sevilla going into semi-finals. Of course, Sevilla would be the tie I would want. I don't see us beating these two over 2 legs, if I'm being honest, so you never know. It's possible, but I would doubt it. That draws in a couple of days. You'll see who we're playing when we come back. We'll probably return for these Europa League games. So the first, actually, the semi-finals will have happened. So I might come back here. I was planning to come back for the Leipzig game, but since the Cup semi-finals both in here, you might see an episode in there. If not, we'll be back for the Europa League against Leipzig. Any final January business will have been taken care of. Thank you so very much for watching. Please hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. And I shall see you next time.